At the Urban League of Central Carolinas, we apply our Continuum of Opportunity model to help people move from poverty to financial stability. Our model allows the people we serve to not only receive training and national certifications in fiber optics broadband, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, Microsoft customer service, GED, and job readiness, it also equips them to be competitive hire candidates to reputable employers. At the Urban League, the curriculum we provide offers a holistic approach. Every client gains life skills, computer skills, financial literacy seminars, and banking services through the Bank of the Urban League, and other dynamic and innovative guest speakers in the classroom, in addition to their technical training. The goal of our Continuum of Opportunity is financial stability. All clients are assisted with resume and cover letter writing, job searches, interview skills, and professional career coaching and placement. Now you will hear from Cal Glaze, a 2013 graduate of our fiber optics and broadband program.
I was out in the streets. Me and my wife had a separation, and we had been separated maybe like 1 or 2 years. Back and forth communicating, and with my lifestyle, how I was living, the use of drugs and alcohol, played a very detrimental part in, why things was in my relationship. I was homeless, out on the streets. I stayed out on the streets a lot, doing, drinking with guys I didn't know, with people, just getting to know the individual back and forth. And I did this for about a year. I stayed in shelters, off and on, slept outside. But at some point, I knew that this couldn't continue, and I knew that I had to do something to get my self-worth back, not for my wife, but this had to be for me. So at some point I decided, that I needed some help, and I really, I couldn't find it. But then at some point on January the 30th, 2013, I decided, it was enough was enough. So I went to detox at Billingsley Road. And when I got there, I knew then that, this is where it stops, So, and at that point, I changed my habits, I changed my ways. And I began to really surrender the fact that I have no control over what I do, and I needed some help. I needed somebody to teach me, teach this 40-year-old man how to live, because I wasn't living right, Even though I had knowledge and wisdom of things, but I didn't know how to control it. I didn't know what to do. And thanks be to God, he sent me to the detox, and I got a detox, and I stayed in a halfway house. And through the halfway house, I met this guy, and he introduced me to the Urban League. One of the greatest things that happened to me, I really can say, opportunity opened up. At first, I couldn't see it. I didn't believe it. Even though James was giving me these outrageous numbers on what you could make, I'm like, James, yeah, right. But, come to find out, everything that James was saying came to reality in my life. And I really appreciate James for being there and, giving me the opportunity to bug him the way I did, because I know he was like, what's this dude quit calling me so much.
The programs we offer are tailored for the people we serve. Our Continuum of Opportunity model meets our clients where they are and sets them up for success when entering the workforce, changing careers, or seeking upward mobility in an existing career. In the classroom, we provide real experiences that equip clients to not only get the job, but to also excel and lead in today's workforce. The Urban League is not a charity. It's an investment in economic and social mobility. As an instructor at the Urban League, I know I'm changing people's lives and giving them the tools they need to compete in the global economy. The Urban League of the Central Carolinas is rooted in a legacy of education, job placement, entrepreneurship, financial literacy, and empowerment for all.
I'm a technician. I install dish networks. I install the dishes on the roof, what you see when you ride around on the poles. I install all of that. I install internet. We have this new internet service where they use the dishes. You haven't seen a larger dish that's the internet service. So, and which is one of the lucrative business that's forward now. Only a few of us does that, the internet. So what it did for me, it has really solidified my position in my company, because I'm one of the guys that can do the internet. A lot of guys can't do it. So thanks be to that once again, just loving what you do. But with that being said, I worked with James. We found this place with Star Mobile, and we worked there for a while. I was making half of, the pay but it was just that James stood by his word, what really, as I look for in a person, as I look for in the Urban League, the word of any individual to me means a lot, This has nothing to do with money for me. I just need your word to say if you're gonna do something for me. And what the Urban League did, they gave me an opportunity, and James gave me a chance to do what I needed to do, and it stuck with me. And from that point, it drove me to be able to be where I am today. And for me, that what I'm making is success to me, and I can see myself going even further. How everybody doing this evening? I know it might seem like, it's the same thing. But I just want to put this number out there at you, what Urban League did for me, so you can be like, okay, now I believe what you're saying. I went from 0 to $70,000 in a year. Thank you a lot. And, all honor due to God, first and foremost, God brought me here. The Urban League, for me, is the Urban League of the Central Carolina University. I know you went to Duke, NCU, but I went to the Urban League. And and look at me now. But with that being said, it's one of the greatest gifts that I think we all kind of, as a world ignore, and we don't treasure as much, and that's giving. Giving is something that needs to be treasured, because within giving, it brings it, and tonight what I see here is a unity of everybody that wants to give. We want to give back to something that we know is needed, and that's love, and in the community, we need to bring that forth, because we can't do it without that. When we start to give, then there's power in giving. Power that we can't even explain ourselves when we give, but we know we see the results of it. And that's what the Urban League did for me. When I came here with Dr. Graham, and I rarely see Dr. Graham, but I can look at the foundation. I don't need to see Dr. Graham to know that this is working. Most people I need to see him. Who is Dr. Graham? Well, I know I can look at the results of what's going on. And that's all I need in my life is evidence in your word to say that this is what I'm gonna lay out for you, and you need to do it. And that's important in people's lives and kids' lives. Because most kids, as I was growing up, people made promises to me, then when I went to go do it, it wasn't there. So why am I being blamed a lot? Because if you tell me something, don't worry about what I'm doing, just lay it out and see what I do it. Give me the opportunity, and that's what they did for me. They gave me an opportunity, and I took advantage of it. And through the grace of God, and just staying there with God, not moving away. I see money. It's not about the money. I'm learning now. It's not about the money, Cail. If you find your place in this life, everything else will be added unto you. So why you stuck? So I believe that, and I trust that. And for me, I can't turn my back on the Urban League, because I like what it do is give. It's not my duty to look and find out who's wrong or who's right. But it just is what they're doing. They're giving. I can't fix it if there's a problem. That's a God deal. I'm learning that. But what I can do, I can give with them and know that it'll work out for the good if my purpose is right for that. So I do that honestly, truthfully, and with a whole heart. And I trust that everyone else will understand that with unity and power, we can accomplish anything in this world. That's me.